At UFC 303, Ian Machado Garry squeaked out a decision victory using a grapple-heavy approach against Michael Venom Page. However, there was one decision he made in this fight that I would deem questionable, and that was dropping down for a leg lock at around the 130 mark of round 2. Now, no, this is not some anti-leg lock rhetoric. I'm fully aware that leg locks work great in the sport of pure jiu-jitsu. However, in the sport of high-level MMA, I would deem them to be a low percentage technique. And I know that's a broad statement considering how many different leg locks there are, but I think by the end of this you'll see that the data supports my argument. Now, that's not to say there isn't a time and place for leg entanglements. I think the bigger argument I'm making is that leg locks are often misused in MMA. In a sport where top position is so heavily prioritized, not only from a judging perspective but also a risk-reward perspective, it's much easier to get hit in the face with punches and elbows from bottom positions. In general, the goal in bottom should be to either sweep and get back on top, or create space to stand back up again. The level today is so high that we often will watch an entire fight card and not see any submissions landed at all, much less low percentage submissions like leg locks. Now, that's not to say that there haven't been leg locks landed in high level MMA. There are several people that have landed knee bars, heel hooks, calf slicers, and various ankle locks. However, I think the data would point to the fact that those people are outliers. And just to reiterate, I think the best way to use leg locks in the sport of MMA is to create space to either stand back up or sweep. Here we see Marcelo Garcia using single leg X and the full X guard to sweep his opponents and get back on top. Now, these clips are in a pure jiu-jitsu context. However, I don't see why this wouldn't be a more viable option rather than dropping down on a leg and trying to force a heel hook while you get blasted in the face. And here is some data on the highest percentage submissions in the UFC from 2017. You'll notice heel hooks aren't even listed here. That's how low percentage they are. And there have definitely been some heel hooks landed since 2017. However, they are still very few and far between. Moral to the story, use leg entanglements to create space to get stand-ups or to sweep your opponent and end up on top.